Yo, Darkside, we just got raided, son. You know how we do. Drop my new beat for these new viewers. Sheezy out.
Macro by a boy raided my stream with 123 viewers.
What up, y'all? Okay, actually, my chroma key might not work out with this shirt. Really wanted to wear it, but it looks like it's just trying to chroma key out like parts of the edges of the shirt. Hold on, let me go to the main part of that. This is not that bad. It's not that bad. I think we can work with this. Yeah, you can't notice with the smaller cam, but the bigger cam is kind of like, you know, for sure. All right. But what up, y'all? Just realized that Maxroll just sent a fat, just sent a rated over. I don't know. Actually, Maxroll, are you still there or are you out? Or are you out? I have some questions for you, or a question for you, but you might not be there anymore. Anyways, would looks good. Would look better if it was a brown shirt. Am I Spider-Man? Of course. I mean, Superman? No, I'm Spider-Man. But if I could be Batman, I'd be Batman. Because you know how it goes. If you can be Batman, be Batman. Well, that's what's going on. But anyhow, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a Panthers fan per se. But I got a ton of Panthers gear because I used to play on the Panthers percussion drum line, so I got like a ton of Panthers gear, and I'm just like, you know what? All my other shirts are kind of like, you know, I gotta do some laundry, so I'm like, you know what? We'll just throw this on here because it feels good. Like this is a really comfortable shirt, even though it's long sleeve. It's like it's got like a little you know, like sweat holes or whatever. So like it's actually pretty cool. Like it feels cool, like not like, you know, like popular cool or good thing cool, but like, you know, cool, breeze cool. So anytime I flail my arms like this, I feel cool. But yeah, you think if I get my innovation up, more Heartseeker will work more for energy with Starless? Wait, so you're nah. But I was wondering why there was so many people this early into my stream. I'm like wait a minute, 100-something people already here. And then I realized I got the macro raid. So word. So I currently don't run into any energy issues mythic, but I will take a look at it. But yes, innervation is a very important part. If you do not have innervation tempers, you cannot do it without Starless. Because there's just no way to get your energy back. Also, another thing you can do is that you can go crossbow instead of bow because you attack slower. Therefore, you spend less energy. So there's another thing you can do as well. Can you use Harlequin on Heartseeker? If you want to. It's less damage, but if you want to, you can. It's definitely more feel good if you want to do that. Plus 3 innovations on the, well, yeah, of course it's not. You have to roll like, wait a minute. Crap. I hate when this happens. Hold on. My game is like pulling up on my third monitor. Again. Okay, how did I fix it last time? I think I gotta go into like, I gotta minimize the game and like pull it over. But if it pulls up on my third monitor, I can't see a thing you guys are saying. See, yeah, look what it looks like on stream. This is on my third monitor right now. Yeah, I gotta put it into Windows mode so I can drag it over. There we go. Oh, wait. There we go. We did it. Did it. What would you recommend having on an amulet while trying to get the one needed for the build for Heartseeker? There should be a section down the bottom that kind of gives you all the under the facts section, like what, you know, I don't have the goated amulet, what other stats can I get type thing. I mean, a lot of things work. I mean, there's exploit, there's percent damage, lucky hit well, I'm gonna say lucky hit chance, but percent damage, cooldown reduction, anything that could contribute to the build, basically. But generally speaking, you want to try to get passives if you can, but of any sort that would affect the build. What's up? You said thanks for saving Heartseeker. Well, it wasn't all me. I would say that I started it. I started the wave. Right? Like we put together, I started, you know, the wave. We made a good version that did well, and then I had some GOAT theory crafters. I'm on the likes of Matthias the Gamer and Zario, and with some input in DeLorean, and we were able to push it even further to what it is now. So, but anyways, I am happy to be able to bring it back to the audience, like the crowd, because I know it was a very popular build and a lot of people like to play it. So I'm just happy a lot of people were happy. Put it that way. Could you try without Starless to see? Well, I don't have the another ring with innovation to do that. Missed it. But are you running? So here's the thing. If you're running without Starless, you need another ring, right? And then you need you need to temper innovation on it. So you should have at least, at the minimum, 6 + 6 innovation. And then on your skill tree, you need to have +3. So you should have 9 if you're running without Starless. Okay. And you need to also have Inner Sight. If you don't have Inner Sight, it's not going to work. You cannot run preparation without Starless, unfortunately. If you're still running into energy issues after that, okay, go to your Paragon board. Find either control, well, not control, you actually want to keep control. Find Canny, the Canny glyph, wherever we put it. Where do we put the Canny glyph at? Fluidity. Yeah, here's Canny. Find Canny and swap it out with Combat glyph. That will give you a 12%. A 14%, I believe. 12%. Restore 12% of your energy costs. Okay. So try all those first. If you're still running out of energy with combat, with minimum +6 innovation and Inner Sight, okay, your next option is go crossbow instead of bow, because you will shoot slow. You'll shoot a little slower, therefore you would expend a little less energy. If that's still not enough, roll this little stat that you see right here on it, up to 5% chance to restore primary resource or like that. Then that should be enough at that point. Why is it still B tier on the website? Because we haven't had a meeting yet to move all different builds. So like we're gonna have a big shuffle in build, moving builds this weekend. So like it's not a matter of I get to move things at will on the website. It has to be done usually as a team in relevance to other builds. Right. However, I did make a mention to Woody, and I said we might need to make an exception for some builds that are obviously in the wrong tier. Like for instance, Heartseeker is in the wrong tier, obviously. It is definitely S tier. So we might be able to make exceptions for that, but I have to get, since Woody is over the B4 branch in general, he has to make that executive decision. Raven, what's going on, man? Old school guy, what's going on? How you farming blood? I mean, I don't really do much tormented bossing, to be honest with you. But I might do some today. But yeah, I mean blood can only really drop in L-Tide, and mostly from Blood Maiden, so that's kind of really it. Why is Cold Imbuement not on the skill bar for the full build? Because it's a much harder setup to play. That's why. Because you have in order to do Cold Imbuement, you have to remove dash, and then you can take Eldra's Bounty legendary node on the Paragon board for extra 20% damage. Whether it's worth it is really questionable. I played a lot of it yesterday. I played a lot of this with Cold Imbuement yesterday, and honestly, it really is a kind of a try hard setup. So that's the reason why it's under Dioxac setup, because Dioxac setup is always try hard. But I don't know if I want to recommend that for most players who may not be able to like survive without dash, especially since you have to use your Shadow Step every 8 seconds to proc 3 buffs, meaning you have no other way of getting out of like CC unless you remove, Death Trap for Shadow Clone. But if you do that, you end up having less emphasis on your Paingorger's gloves. So like it comes with a set of what do you call it? Checks and balances, I guess you could say. What's your streaming schedule? I mean, usually I want to start around 7:30 or 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but my sleep schedule has been thrown all off, with the making of videos and updating guides and stuff. That my sleep schedule has been really whack. So I've been starting my stream a lot later than I would like. But today I actually started closer on time. Did you explain the mana problem again? If you don't have Starless Skies, you run into mana issues. That's the thing. Like, if I make a group tonight, sure. Tomorrow they'll release a patch. Probably Trick Attacks will be back next. Will be back. What do you mean Trick Attacks will be back next week? What do you mean? They're not gonna allow us to temper Trick Attacks on gear again. They're just probably gonna just remove it and replace it with a different temper. Trick Attacks is way too strong for you to add on an armor slot. It's not gonna happen. How high do I think Heartseeker pit can go in the pit? I don't know. I would assume a 150 is possible, without too much issues. I mean, quite a bit of fishing, probably, sure, but not too much issues. Chanel, bro, are you gonna ask the same question 3 times? I really dislike answering that question because I really do. I really dislike answering what's the strongest, most OP build in the universe. I don't like those questions. I didn't answer the question, Chanel. Like, when I was a smaller streamer, I didn't mind, like a small streamer. But now that like I have a little bit of influence, I don't want to be like pushing people to play certain things because I said a certain thing. I think that's the reason why I don't like answering those questions. They should focus, fix, and victimize. To be honest with you, you said, Nick, did you make changes to what glitch you're using? Everything is updated on the website, so everything that's there should be there now. They should focus on fix and victimize. That's the thing. If they fix victimize, Heartseeker becomes probably undisputed best build on Rogue. I'm not saying they shouldn't fix victimize. I'm just saying you might invalidate a lot of other Rogue builds if victimize worked properly. what would you say is a good rogue build to level with and farm until you gear for Heartseeker? I mean, honestly, anything. I think it's pretty easy to transition into Heartseeker. So since you're not really investing hard on any build yet while you're leveling, so I mean, you can do Flurry, you can do Aerostorm Rogue is fun, and also anything that requires you to temper into damage per Dark Shroud would be good into transitioning into this. Yo, Lil Wayne went hard on this. I got another sword, Rockwell, by the way. I don't know. It's another 7.8. I mean, it's 3 innovation, but no GA. That's a really good combination dagger, actually. I imagine when a trade comes out, there's gonna be 4,000 armor cross-rated. It's a good point, I guess. Here we go. We go from rap to country, guys. Here we go. Hey, Doc said, I wonder if there's a chance to make enemies vulnerable would be important for the build. No, because we're not playing Victimize this build. How do we make sure that enemies are vulnerable on this build? Cold clip. Cold clip. Your Heartseeker is always cold imbued. And guess what? If Heartseeker is always cold imbued, guess what cold imbue does? Makes enemies vulnerable. So you have no problems with vulnerable. I do want to figure out something though. Not sure I'm planning on going back rapid fire though. I don't know. I play a lot of rogue builds. I'm not gonna just play Heartseeker the rest of the season. Trust me, that is not gonna be the case. I guess I'm playing Heartseeker at the moment now still because a lot of people are coming from the YouTube videos and being like, oh my god, he brought it back, and now they want to see the gameplay. So that's actually why I'm still on Heartseeker now. Otherwise, I would have moved on to Flurry by now. But to do things on Flurry, not that I don't like Heartseeker. It's just I need to start testing other things. Octopus, what's going on? How do you clear in this build? You just literally shoot Heartseeker. That is it. The cow traps, depth trap, procs pain gorgers, which gives you a little bit of AoE when things get tough. And then outside of that, you just smash Heartseeker. The button. That's such a long way to kind of get up there for the for that glyph for tricks to the trade. I wonder if I can get out of. I wonder if I can. I don't think I could fit in another glyph though, because everything else is just picking up. And there isn't any other legendary nodes you would want or care about. I guess we can go into a glyph here as some sort for exploit. That's a long way around though. You can't. Yeah, I think every other route is like pretty much exhausted. So we went from rap to country to K-pop. Do you need Skyhunter for rapid fire? You definitely want Skyhunter for any precision build. So yes, for sure. Oh, that's nutty. That's a nutty ring. That ring is nuts. All right. See how much damage I lose in that one node. Okay, 2%. That's actually a lot. I don't really. I might have to spend some more time on this, but I don't really think I can. Because if I could find a way to kind of like include an additional glyph somewhere, place of Eldritch Bounty, so I can kind of keep as much damage as possible without going to the full setup itself, that would be cool. But I don't think that there's a way to do that. There's just not enough points without giving up something like incredibly important. The cold clip basically covers applying vulnerable. Yes. Yes. Cold clip procs vulnerable. And that's all you need. Cold clip with cold imbuement on the skill tree, procs vulnerable. Really enjoy leveling second Rogue's Flurry, so just make an S tier version of that too. Thanks. I mean, you can just throw Andes on it, and then all of a sudden it's S tier. When you're calculating damage, how do you know which order to add multiply the damage? I guess that's a good question. Most people just use spreadsheets, and it's kind of already, they've already done the math already. If you go to any, like those who like that, like really into it, kind of math stuff, like Mippy likes to do stuff like that. They have like their own like spreadsheets and like a row calculator, and you can literally just plug in numbers, plug in your skills or whatever, and see what it does. Number 1, Andy. Number 2, Fist of Fate. Number 3, Prophet. I mean, basically, yeah. Why are we using Depth Trap? Just to group enemies? No. We're using Depth Trap to proc this thing right here, sir. Your ultimate skills gain an additional 10% multiplicative damage from your damage with the ultimate bonus, and grant this bonus to all skills for 10 seconds when cast. So I deal 39% more damage every single time I cast Death Trap. And that is why we're using preparation. Did I try Shank build yet? I did yesterday, late stream. I didn't optimize it. I actually went back to Heartseeker because Riker rated me, and they all wanted to see Heartseeker because they don't really know what Shank Rogue is because they aren't my original audience. So I will go back and do that a little bit today. But how was it? It was fun. T7 was easy. T8 I was having issues surviving a little bit because of course I'm like close up, you know, shanking things, so that makes sense. But yeah. Other than that, though, I mean, it was a blast. I mean, I was able to kill things like without too much pushback or issues. I guess we'll just jump straight into T8. Let's go. Before we do, actually, let me do something. Hold on. What the hell? Hold on. What? 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 Oh, he took out the life percent.
Yo, dark side. We just got raided, son. You know how we do.
And
Drop my new beat for these new viewers. Sheezy out.
Panda Glass you raided my
Panda,
stream
what's up,
with
man?
303 views.
You sent the raid back. Appreciate you, man. There's Matthias. Oh, Matthias. That thumbnail though, by the way, I saw what you did. I saw what you did with that thumbnail. Not quite 24-hour streams. Okay, you guys gotta get back in there though. We gotta raid Panda back. He needs to finish his last what? How many hours to get to go for? Weak sauce. Weak sauce. Get a Maxroll Frostburn. You love him. Was it Rit? Parrot? Man, yeah, you're good, man. You're good. K-mate this without Starless Guys? I did. It's on the Maxroll website. It's the base version. Every guide that we do on Maxroll, we do it without mythic uniques as the base version on the site. We don't have the main version with Uber uniques on purpose. However, it does get a little tricky to solve energy without Starless Skies, especially if you're at a insane breakpoint with the bow. You can literally just like demolish your energy. What I have there on the website should work out just fine, but I think people just forget you have to temper innervation ranks, like temper innervation on your jewelry. You have to do it. Like people throw together and like I'm running out of energy. I'm like, did you temper innervation? Like, oh, I got +3. I'm like, you need more than that. You don't just do it on one piece. You gotta do them all three if you're going to solve your energy issues without Starless. And inner sight. Preparation, inner sight. And then if you got more energy issues that way, you swap candy for combat. That helps a ton. That still doesn't do it for you. Then you might have to do some resource cost reduction on your bow and pop a resource elixir. But Starless kind of makes it a bit easier to do. But the good thing about it is that Starless is such a popular mythic unique that goes into a lot of builds that most people are going to craft that at some point along the lines. So if you're playing a different build or a different class or anything like that, Starless is usually wanted in those builds, and you kind of just take the Starless over. Same thing with the Tyrion's Might mythic, same ordeal. And if you're playing Rogue, you're probably playing Andy's Barrage, and if you're playing Andy's Barrage, you probably have a Starless there too, because that's also recommended. You see what I'm saying? So, any chance for Innovation Vidi Strike to make it into a basic build at some point? No. It gets attacked too slow. Like literally, it just attacks really slow. I don't know why. You guys want to see Shank Rogue? Is God Slayer better than Crown of Lucian? No. Why have 60% sometimes when you can have 75% all the time? Unless you need the pull. If you need the pull, then sure. But if not, then no. All right. So I didn't optimize it before. And I really should have been using this Dagger last night, but I didn't. Does the effect in the Pain Gorgeous even matter trigger? Yes. If you haven't watched any of my videos yet, I won't say strongly suggest, but I will kindly point you to that direction. It's not the biggest deal though, like, but it helps, especially on single target. Believe it or not, it's actually better on single target than it is as an AOE thing. It's nutty. But I mean, you could play without Pain Gorgeous. I mean, it's fine. Like literally, you can just throw a regular glove in there, and you're fine. If you want to do that, but Pain Gorgeous is just better, even just for the basic skill ranks alone. I'm gonna do appreciate the follow. Let's. All right, yeah, all right. Shank Rogue it is, guys. We're playing Shank Rogue. All right, we're gonna put back on this.
Precious stones to catch the light.
Actually, do I have a better dagger than that, or is that just the first one I found? 37 before. I don't know. That's going to change. A barrel's a 40%, but it's a +1 weapon mastery. Oh well. Trade is back, is it? Sorry, my wife is trying to get me something to eat at some point. Yeah, that was a baller thumbnail. Because I went back to go watch the video again, because like I just want to see how well it's doing for you in a sense. Because like at first it was like slow, like the video was like real slow for like the first 6 hours. I'm just like, man, that's crazy. This should be getting way more hits, right? And then I checked like 6 hours later, and it's like, okay, there it is. There are the hits. And I checked again to see where it's at, like your video, Matisse, and like all of a sudden I see a different thumbnail. I'm like, what? Like I literally like fell out my chair laughing. Speaking of which, before we do this, guys, I need your opinion. I need your honest opinion. Okay, I want you guys to be honest, because I suck at making videos in general. I am not that great at it at all. I try. I really do. I really do try, but I'm not. And you know, the bigger you become, you start to like, you know, outsource that kind of work to other people, so therefore you can save time and just put up a bunch of videos all the time. However, I'm not big enough for that, nor do I have the money to sit there and outsource for help in that in that manner. So I would love an opinions. All right. Let's see. I gotta be able to pull it up at some point. Okay, why is it not? Huh. There we go. All right, so this is my pretty meh YouTube channel. Okay. Also, if you haven't liked and subscribed, totally like and subscribe. Shameless plug, shameless plug. Just saying. All right. So, when it comes to video thumbnails and the color, okay? If you had to choose between one of these thumbnails, color-wise, which one do you think pops better? Because I did green. I almost never do green for lettering, but I kind of had to because I had the Super Saiyan aura and the yellow, and they just kind of clashed a lot. Like it clashed a lot. So I'm like, okay, I gotta do a different color letters if I'm gonna do the Super Saiyan aura. Like for instance, like these two are the same. Like this is the same image I guess I used, but I obviously just did the Super Saiyan for the left one to let everyone know that it's upgraded. At least that's the idea of it. So if you had to choose between the two thumbnails, between this one and this one, in terms of color scheme, which one would you go for? The doc said, thanks for all your Hasbro guys. Loving the Barrage endgame build for season 5. You're the bomb, bro. Thanks, man. You like the yellow? You like the yellow lettering versus the green? I should do pick faces. I actually tried to do that before. I don't know if people didn't like them as much. I don't know. Have I tried penetrating? I didn't spend much time on it, to be honest with you. I may go back to it. Where can I find Heartseeker Season 5 build? Exclamation mark Heartseeker. Also, exclamation mark Maxroll, because it's on the Maxroll website. Seems Crown is not working with Combination Dagger. Where did you get that information from? Let me rephrase that. Let me change my tone. I'm sorry. How did you get that information? Did you test it, or? I'm not doubting you, because there's been some people that have messaged me who's in the GMS community, who's been doing testing on that, and I would like to confirm it before I kind of say it, because I know that I have a little bit of influence, not much, but a little bit of influence. So I don't want to sit there and say, hey guys, this is not working, and all of a sudden they get spread around and say, yo, Doc says this is not working, and maybe it is working, but it hasn't been tested as much, and then all of a sudden I get pushback because they said, oh well, Doc said this, and I'm like, that's not what I said. Trust me, that happens way way more than you think. So I didn't want to say anything about it yet, which is why I'm wondering where you got that from. So when you say you tested it, did you put on specific gear and see what the numbers were and then put back on? Did you take out things and try to get like a very concrete, oh, there's definitely something there. Using on hordes, okay, that's not enough. Yeah. Like, there's no way for me to sit there and like say, oh, by the way, I swapped one helm to another helm. I did one set of hordes and this doesn't work. Like there's way too many RNG elements that goes into play to make that claim. However, Sindel, there has been someone who has done a lot of work on that. And it might be leaning towards that direction. But I don't want to make that claim quite yet. When I can prove that, because there are other interactions that may not be working either. But until I can prove it, I don't want to say anything. But I promise you, once we can prove it, then you guys will be the first to know. And I will definitely make sure that on the guides and stuff like that, that it is updated and there's warnings to certain things. So trust me, I got you covered. I just don't want to put something out there that hasn't been thoroughly tested yet and, reaffirmed by other testers. Does that make sense? So that's all. You said the yellow pops more, but the issue is that there's a lot of letters, so I guess that's fair. Okay, like I said, I'm not really a YouTuber, as you can tell. I only got like 9,000 subscribers, so like I'm pretty papega in terms of YouTube size. But yeah, I guess I'm trying to do better with like thumbnails and stuff because I have to make my own, and I'm terrible in like Photoshop and all that stuff. So, but so far is this video that's doing the best right now. I don't know because if it's because I put S tier in the thumbnail and everyone is like super interested now. But when I look at the thumbnail, I hated the green first, but then I kind of like the green because the yellow let me upgrade you, kind of like made it pop a little bit with the Super Saiyan aura. So like I don't know, I'm conflicted, I guess. I think maybe for build guys, maybe green, and then for like regular content or like that, like this, maybe keep the yellow. I don't know. Yeah, okay. You want to see some T8 Heartseeker or like that? Who is that in the channel who said that? Yeah. So here are some thumbnails that have my picture in it or my face in it like that. That's one of them. And then I did like the cartoon dioxide for a little bit. I like the cartoon this one here with the spit coffee thing. That's actually pretty cool. And there's some old school thumbnails that I kind of like got away from way back Diablo 3. All right, cool. All right, well, thanks guys. And again, if you haven't hit subscribe on YouTube, help a boy out. Just saying, it's free. It's free on YouTube. You can just hit the subscribe button. Just saying, you guys want some more videos. Y'all gotta let me know. With love. You said drop the link. Should be a direct link. I don't know. I don't know if that link works. You let me know. You have a late face, but I like your avatar on the videos. The avatars are pretty cool, but all right. So now we're gonna do some Shank Rogue. Appreciate the follows. Do you think Heartseeker Rogue can get near 150 pit like Sork? Yeah. I'm sure it can. I mean, you also got to remember when it says get near 150 pit, this is assuming you're willing to fish and try a bunch of times, not just walk in and then do a 150. Just want to make that clear. So don't go in, hey, I tried to do 150 on my Heartseeker Rogue the first time and I failed. Bill sucks. Source got nerf recency. Actually, it's not a nerf. It's just a redirect. At least that's what they were selling it as, because it was apparently destroying the server. So what they tried to do was pull one thing back and then give actually I don't want to spend too much time on this, honestly, so I also want a better roll. And Storm Slide Druid and Indies. I don't really know about that yet, Riptide. I don't think there's really not a lot of people pushing at the moment. So like when your sample size is that small, then it's just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like the sample size is really small right now because there's no incentive to push. So it just, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then like Mippy's out of town. So like who's really pushing on Andy's Barrage right now? You see what I'm saying? Like you got it. It's just like bow or crossbow, better or Heartseeker, doesn't matter. Do you want to shoot faster or hit harder? Bow does require more resources though. Like more resource to maintain. Like I said, like until I see someone like Mippy, like go for it on Rogue, I'm like, you know, because Mippy's gonna spend like the hours upon hours to do it, whereas most people might try a couple of times and be like, screw it. What am I doing? I'm crafting mass, right? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? 900. 300 here, I guess. Maybe, maybe. No, it's not that. It's not. I wasn't to say it's about that. It's just the amount of attempts. Like, how many hours did you spend trying to do it, versus how many hours do you think he would normally spend to do it? It's not. I wouldn't even. It's not necessarily a skill issue at all. It's just more so how many hours were you willing to spend. When Mippy was pushing, he was spending 12 hours a day pushing. Like, are you at that mark at all? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, there's pushing, and then there's like insanity. That's why I said there's not that many people that are willing to do such and such. Not that they aren't good enough, just that they're not willing to do it more than X amount of times. That's all I'm saying. Totally not questioning your ability to play. Definitely not that. Just attempts. That's all. How many attempts did you make?
Shards of the heavens.
You got people like Crafty who made like 1,000 attempts last season to get the 141 on like rapid fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's just as soon as patch hit, why did you start pushing at the patch? What happened with the patch? Did anything happen in the patch? Pushing is just who spent the most on RMT. Did you see about a story? Did you see the story about the Korean who got in trouble for that? And admit, like I think it was his team or whatever like that who admitted to RMTing. It's like a whole article about it, actually. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Sorry, I'm having a tier list discussion with some people. What's that? Sorry. I'm trying to. Sorry. I had to. I'm trying to get Heartseeker moved to S tier, so I got a little bit of pushback for it. I'm trying to like make the point. Okay. All right. Sorry, y'all. I had to pivot for a little bit. Let's see something. Hope for rain of arrows, but we might. There might be. Sorry, I need to print. What was it? Momentum. Oh, I guess I need the ring to do that. Right there we go. Boom. And I think that's kind of it, right? Gotta go to. Shift. Do this one. And then we move. I'm a little hesitant about moving the shadow step, but when I played it last time, it felt better with the dash flurry. But if I get CC'd, I'm dead. Like big time dead. Alright. I think that's it. Evening, I'm just casually checking in. I'm wondering what the level next is and or the meta or others holding up. Well, the thing is there can only be one meta. Right? So like there has to be one there's gonna be one best like option, right? And then you're gonna have other options that are really good, but there aren't multiple metas. Otherwise, it defeats the you know what the term meta actually is, right? So I guess it depends on what and how you want to play. Rogues have a lot of good builds, but if you want the absolute, you know, best all around build that does everything and really easy to play, then you would want to gear for Andes. But there are also several really good choices as well. Did I ever take Heartseeker just to try a couple of pits? No. I mean, I did some one-on-one pits. That's about it. What else is there I need to do? Hold on. Because like right now, pit is broken. Like I didn't like pit before, like pushing pit before, but it's even worse than what it was. So it's kind of like I'm not incentivized to do it. I'm really not. Okay, so the issue with this build especially is the fact that you run out of energy like crazy.
I need more energy.
Like it's so hard to keep up energy with this. I might try to run a resource pot. I guess I meant if it was meta and if for others it was a catch up or even close. Heartseeker's really good. Rapid Fire is really good. I would probably suggest those two if you were looking for like really, really good builds. but isn't the absolute meta. The rapid fire is hard to play. So it's just keep that in mind. I think rapid fire is still my favorite build to play in general. All right, we'll see if you can actually survive. Wait, what? What? Maxroll. Maxroll with the 50 bomb. What? What? Yo. I know exactly who that is too. I appreciate you. Was not expecting that. But if you haven't done so already, follow Maxroll. I might have to switch scenes so my my whatchamacallit doesn't go off forever. Sorry, otherwise I'll be interrupting the chat. But the freaking 50 bomb. Yeah, we just been having fun here, man. It was great to you know, put Heartseeker back on the map, man. It's been a lot of fun. All right, so yeah, we're gonna have some fun with Shank Rogue for a bit. And for those who don't know what Shank Rogue is, those who maybe haven't been on my stream like last season or whatever, you literally just walk in and you shank stuff. You stab things. That is literally what you do. And that's it. Why is there so much res in your Paragon board when your res is already capped? You take it for life percent. So those res give you life percent. And life percent is very much needed because we have a hard time getting health anywhere else. Actually, you want to do that? Yeah, so Rockwell, here you go. Let's do that. Let's do that real quick. I also want to shine some light on Matthias too as well. So let's go ahead and do that real quick too. Because you don't really care about like. Hold on.